rules and regulations.
One reaches the level of lava or prema, uh, and they actually are able to surrender.
When one reaches the level of bhava or prema, then they are actually able to surrender.
So Bhakti Thakur is saying different stages of the level of Vaidhi-bhakti.
So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is explaining the different stages on the level of Vaidhi-bhakti.
And higher stage of Raganuga Bhakti.
And then the highest stage of Raganuga Bhakti. Servitude, Dasya. The Lord's servitude is a mental sentiment as mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita 18.65. Manmana bhavamatmukto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vyashyasi satyam te pratijani vidoshime. Always think of me, become my devotee, worship me and offer your homage unto me. Thus, you will come to live without faith. I promise you this because you are my very dear friend. Devotees following Vaidhi-bhakti cannot fully relish the nectar of servitude that resides within their hearts.
So, Tasha means that you feel the service to Krishna.
So, Dasya means you feel that you are the servant of Krishna.
But you're not the higher levels of those in service are able to feel more a servant of Krishna.
But you are not in the higher levels of devotional service to feel more that you are a servant of Krishna.
So we are always meditating on Krishna as a servant of Krishna.
So we are always meditating on Krishna as a servant of Krishna.
We are able to go to Krishna.
Then you are able to go to Krishna. Fifth, inquiry. Inquiry is a principal activity of devotees. Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tattvataha tato mam tattvato jnatva vishate tadantaram. One can understand me as I am, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. And when one is full in consciousness of me by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God. When the desire to inquire about the truth of Lord arises, first they take shelter at the feet of a guru. Then they receive initiation. And finally, they learn the process of worship. Without inquiry about the absolute truth, how can conditioned soul attain ultimate good? In the scriptures of devotion, the inquiry about righteous conduct is considered a significant limb.
So these are the first to discuss the physical bodily aspects of those in service.
First, we discuss the physical bodily aspects of devotional service,
This is the mental activities.
and these are the mental activities.
So taking shelter of the guru is initiation, learning the processes of worship.
So taking the shelter of Guru, taking initiation, and learning the process of worship from the Guru.
I was told that when I was a new devotee, I should try to ask, inquire, Srila Prabhupada very beneficial questions.
So when I was a new bhakta, I was told that to ask Srila Prabhupada very beneficial questions.
So in every class, Prabhupada would say questions or comments.
So,
I always ask a question.
so every class, Srila Prabhupada would say questions or comments, and every class I would ask questions.
One time I had to work outside to give some money to the temple.
So one time I had to work outside to give some money to the temple.
I was listening to the class later,
And then I was listening to the class later,
and Prabhupada asked, "Are there any questions?"
and Srila Prabhupada asked, "Are there any questions?"
Nobody asked any.
And nobody were asking.
He said, "Where is Dr. J?
And he
He
said,
has good questions."
"Where is Bhakta J? He has good questions."
Prabhupada would never praise you in your face.
Srila Prabhupada would never praise you in your face.
And usually, I won't say never, but
Usually, I won't say never, but
then I felt so good.
one time I felt so good.
Prabhupada appreciated my questions.
That Srila Prabhupada appreciated my questions.
I think we asked this, are there any questions? Very few people ask questions.
Actually, when we ask, is there any questions, very few people ask questions.
Okay, now we're changing Bhakti Yoga in relation to the self and body, mental, and self.
So now we are changing from Bhakti Yoga to body, mental, now we are changing to the self. Spiritual practice cultivation of Bhakti in relation to self is six types. Friendship. First, friendship. Second, surrender. Third, making full effort for the Lord. Fourth, acceptance of material things to the extent of necessity. Fifth, rejecting personal pleasure for the sake of the Lord. And sixth, following the path of previous Acharya. A devotee practicing Vaidhi-bhakti is not completely free from material ego. The identity of the soul regarding the devotee practicing Vaidhi-bhakti is not a liberated soul, jiva, but a conditioned soul. The pure soul is free from material ego. The soul of a Vaidhi-bhakta is in the process of becoming liberated. Therefore, although their material connection may be weakening, their material ego has not vanished.
Vaidhi-bhakti is when you don't have spontaneous desire practices of Krishna consciousness.
Vaidhi-bhakti means when you don't have spontaneous desire to practice Krishna consciousness.
So you're not 100% free of material ego.
You're not 100% free of material ego.
But you're becoming liberated.
but you're becoming liberated.
So, Vaidhi-bhakti is first explaining about Vaidhi-bhakti.
So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is first explaining about Vaidhi-bhakti.
We start out doing Vaidhi-bhakti.
We start off doing Vaidhi-bhakti.
Gradually we get Raganuga-bhakti.
Gradually we get to the point of Raganuga Bhakti. As mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, the translation, it's a long verse. One who lives in a secluded place, who eats little, who controls his body, mind, and power of speech, who is always in trance, and who's detached from the false ego, false strength, false pride, lust, anger, and acceptance of material things, free from false proprietorship and peaceful. Such a person is certainly elevated to the position of self-realization. One who thus transcendently situated at once realizes the supreme Brahman and becomes fully joyful. He never laments or desires to have anything. He is equally disposed toward every living entity. In that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me. Practicing devotional service in relation to soul, in such a state of performing Vaidhi-bhakti, the soul cultivates feelings that in relation to the soul, such a state is called as practicing devotional service in relation to soul. Atmagata Bhagavat Anushilana. Atmagata Bhagavat Anushilana. The devotees think the Lord as dear friend, but this friendship is different from Sakyarasa. This friendship is a seed to the later manifestation of Sakyarasa. The soul offers everything at the lotus feet of the Lord in such a manner the devotee does not care about his own protection. All efforts, whether bodily or mind, are dedicated to the Lord. He understands that his own wife, son, house, animal, wealth, possession, body, and mind are instruments for the service of the Lord.
So, this is a very elevated stage of Vaidhi-bhakti.
So this is a very elevated stage of Vaidhi Bhakti.
And one sees the Lord as a friend.
Where one sees the Lord as a friend.
Uh, as Bhagavad says, this is not Sakyarasa.
As Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, this is not Sakyarasa.
Sakyarasa is uh, one who is already liberated.
Sakyarasa is when one is already liberated
And sees the Lord as his close friend.
and sees the Lord as his close friend.
At this stage, is see the Lord as a friend, but not as a Sakyarasa friend.
In this stage, he sees the Lord as a friend, but not as the Sakyarasa friend. See,
So, in the 9 practices of devotional service, 7 and 8 are servitude and friendship.
the 9 limbs of devotional service, 7 and 8 is servitude and friendship.
Uh,
9 process of devotion.
Practicing this is relating to the soul.
So practicing this is in relationship with the soul. Scroll up, please. Okay, 13. Engaging body, mind, and soul in the service of the Lord. Here, the state of mind is that everything belongs to the Lord, and anything necessary is accepted as the mercy or prasad of the Lord, and all other things are unnecessary. Following the footsteps of the pure devotees, the devotees willingly give up their enjoyment for the Lord. They follow the process of devotion ascertained by the previous acharyas to the best of their ability.
So Prabhupada had given us this process of devotional service.
Srila Prabhupada has given us this process of devotional service.
Here in Navadvip, this island is connected to the 9 processes of devotional service.
Here in Navadvip, each island is connected to one of the 9 processes of devotional service.
So we have the Mayapur app,
So we have the Mayapur app,
which is connected to one of the devotional services.
so each island is connected to one of the process of devotional service.
8 islands around and one in the middle.
8 islands around and 1 in the middle.
Who are the
Who got the Mayapur app? Who has gotten the Mayapur app? Almost everybody.
so we paid for it.
So we paid for it.
You can have it free.
You can have it for free.
So you follow the footsteps of the pure devotee.
So we follow the footsteps of the pure devotees.
And the devotees willingly give up enjoyment.
The devotees willingly give up enjoyment.
They follow the process of devotion
And they follow the process of devotion
ascertained by the previous acharyas,
ascertained by the previous acharyas,
best of their ability.
to the best of their ability.
This book, I think it was written in the 1800s,
This book, I think it was written in 1800s.
and it was originally written in Bengali.
And it was originally written in Bengali.
Now it's been translated to English.
Now it's been translated into English.
So, Fatima Thakur is giving us the detail
So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving us the details.
He's detailing Vaidhi-bhakti
So he's explaining Vaidhi-bhakti
very detailed manner.
in a very detailed manner.
So, I don't think we can live in a forest.
Now, I don't think that we can live in a forest.
And, so we live in ashram, we live in a community of devotees.
So we live in an ashram or we live in a community of devotees.
Follow the process of bhakti yoga.
And follow the process of bhakti yoga.
Those who are in Mayapur, they can go on the curriculum to the 9 islands.
So those who are in Mayapur, they can go on parikrama to the 9 islands.
Arriba. Okay, Brahma 832.
We must 832,
That's nice. The end, wow.
the end.
Okay. No, understand.
What's that?
Sharanya Hari Prabhu and family from Jidpur through Durgapur Radha Madan Mohan Temple. They have given you some donations, Shri Guru Maharaj. So please kindly accept.
Is there blessing there?
Family.
Real right side. Please blessing.
Okay, Sharanya.
The blessing all devotees.
Okay, Guru Maharaj is blessing all of you. Krishna and Matthias too. He wants to see the devotees. No.
Okay.
Can you please?
I will wait.
Shri Shri Radha Madhava Sakhi Vrinda Mayapur Chandra Giriraj Maharaj ki Shri Shri Satchatva ki Shri Shri Prahlad Nrsimha Dev ki Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Nitai Pada Lakshmi Nitai Pada Kamala ki Nitai Gaur Sitanath Premanand
No Zoom.
Hari Hari Bol. Ask him.
Guna sir, tell me. He says he will tell you later. It got
Haridani Uludwani.
See, I started, it got disconnected. Okay, it got disconnected.
Krishna Mathurastu Koti Koti Bar.
Prabhu, use this also. Online. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to Guru Maharaj Virtual Book Table. Those who are physically present here, you have a special message. Guru Maharaj has his personal book table put just near the gate here for only those who are physically present. So before you leave, please do visit. You can sponsor at least one Bhagavad Gita there and or sell or buy books for Guru Maharaj. All the points will go to Guru Maharaj here. So this will give you 1 lakh times spiritual benefit each day of this Kartik month. Srila Prabhupada quote on book distribution. He wrote to Amoga on June 6, 1976. I am in receipt of the list of standing orders the Spire received. The library party is doing very nicely. It is nectar to my ears to hear the list of schools that are taking our standing order. Jai Srila Prabhupada. So actually, Srila Prabhupada's standing order was that issue books to the schools, tell them for 1 week you go through and see if you like it. If you don't like it, you can return back at our cost. If you like it, you can send back the money. So this was the standing order, and almost all the schools have accepted the standing order, and Prabhupada is very pleased with that. On this auspicious month of Damodar, you can sponsor 30 Bhagavad Gita, one every day, and your name will be chanted each day during this Damodar month from Sridham Mayapur, so that you can get 1 lakh times benefit of that. This is a special offer from Guru Maharaj personally. There is and from physical book table we have Krishna Chaitanya Devidasi 2 Bhagavad Gita, Gaura Sundara Kripa Maidas 5 Bhagavad Gita. Today we have our Nitya Sevites, Nityananda Ramadas from Chennai 30 Bhagavad Gita for 1 month. Every day, one book. They are taking 1 lakh times benefit. Hemani Gopeshwari Devidasi from USA 30 Bhagavad Gita, each day 1 Gita for the whole month of Kartik. And from Kasradesh we have Nitya Sevites. Dhamini Devidasi and her family, 1 Bhagavad Gita, 10 small books. This Kasadesh devotees has played a wonderful role during this month. That 1:10 ratio, each one is sponsoring. This is exactly spells what Srila Prabhupada's instruction to Srila Guru Maharaj in the book distribution. And Damini's aunt Libby's 1 Bhagavad Gita and 10 small books. Damini's aunt Lee Miao Zia 1 Bhagavad Gita and 10 small book. Damini's sister Lee Hui Zia 1 Bhagavad Gita and 10 small book. Damini's mother Lee Yang Guan 1 Bhagavad Gita and 10 small book. Janaki Pavani Devidasi and her family 1 Bhagavad Gita and 10 small books. Yuan Zhao Hui Liu Fan 1 Bhagavad Gita and 10 small book. Student from Gauranga Institute for Vaidhi-bhakti GIBA. Kasadesh 1 Bhagavad Gita and 10 small books. Urukrama Prabhu Kalindi Sundari Ujjwala Nita and Deeptiman 1 Bhagavad Gita and 10 small books. All of them are wonderfully demonstrated to the whole world. The 1:10 ratio of sponsoring Bhagavad Gita on this very auspicious month and yielding 1,100,000 times spiritual benefit every day. This is intelligent. Sitting anywhere, they still take the full advantage of Dhamma. Thank you very much for being a role model and exemplary example in this regard. Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Distribution ki jai. All these devotees get a special Narsimha Puja in a few hours from now in Siddha Mayapur. All of you devotees also please bless them by calling out Nitai Gauranga with me. Nitai Gauranga. And please pass on this wonderful opportunity of participating in the pastime of Guru Maharaj book distribution and send your message anytime to his virtual book table at +91 94 34 76 04 02. Stay tuned for tomorrow's Lord Chaitanya class. Let's pray for the speedy and full recovery of Guru Maharaj intensely by chanting one time Hare Krishna mantra together all over the world. And of course, our prayers include for all those who are celebrating their anniversaries today for the well-being and blissful Krishna consciousness. Please join me in the prayers. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you for the intense prayer. Vaishnav Pranam. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patithanam bhavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai. Nithai Gaur Prema.